I'm gonna be honest, man. Retention for me has not been fun. It has not been enjoyable. Like, I don't know if this is a dark side of retention, but all these guys, they're talking about how great things are. They're talking about how amazing life is. And in the beginning of retention, it was good, but like, my intentions with it were just to get women. They were just to, even a lot of my videos are just talking about the relationships between retention and how it can get you women. And while they did good, like, I do not want my image, and I definitely don't want my channel to be about how you can get a woman. I understand it's a big part of the problem, but if you're on retention long enough, you're going to get women. It doesn't matter. And also, the longer that I've gone on retention, it's like it doesn't matter as much to get women. Since, they're going to come, why even worry about it? Like, it's proved to me so directly that I can get an attractive woman. It's going to take time to find one that's worth getting, like one that's, you know, fits all the associated things that I want. But that's not even the half of it, man. Since I've been on retention, man, life has been rough. Not since the moment, like up until about day 30, there was a lot of really interesting and amazing things that are happening. And life is still going great. Like, I'm making a lot more money now. School is going good. I'm trying really hard in school. But it's like every day, there's so much on my plate. And it's just me trying not to worry about it, right? Or trying to do things in a good way or a proper way. Oftentimes I get way too wrapped up into worrying, and then, I meditate or I go and work out, and it helps. Or I pray. I pray to God, and it helps because I feel like when I talk to God, a lot opens up for me in my heart. I feel like I get to talk to somebody who cares and loves me, and that does a lot for me. And it shows me that, like, I'm not alone. Like, there is something or someone out there that is showing me true love. But man, it's been so hard. Since I started retention, my entire personality has just been attacked. I used to be a very lazy individual, and that was due to a lot of things. Honestly, I never used to be that way, but I developed some bad habits, which I've eradicated now. But those bad habits trained me to be a lazy individual, and I was never really able to shake it until I started retaining, and on this streak, it's been challenged the most. Challenged the most to go to the gym, do perfect work. I'm not striving anymore for just getting it done or having a good day. No, if I'm doing this, I need this to be great, like amazing, because I want it to be, I desire it to be, and I'm not going to settle for anything less. There's no logical part of my brain that says that you should. Like, it has changed, like this entire practice has changed my brain. But it's rough, man, because I don't want to be that way. I do want to be that way, don't get me wrong, but it's not easy to be that way. It sucks. It takes up a lot of mental energy and time. And on top of that, you don't get to do as much as you want to do when you're focusing that way. Your days are occupied. Your time is taken up by that sort of mentality and by the work that you're doing. I think at day 40, maybe 41, I hit a flat line, and for the past 3 or 4 days, it's just been hell, mentally. everything feels like it's gonna fall apart. I've even had some instances of bad luck that I just didn't think were gonna happen, which could turn out, I guess, to be good. But it's just like I keep praying in those moments, and I'm like, Lord, please take this away, please help me. And on this journey, you feel so close and deeply connected to your spiritual life, and yet, even in that deep connection, even feeling it right there inside my heart, inside my brain, I cry out and nothing happens. And it doesn't make me feel alone, but it makes me feel so kind of bitchy. And if that's not the right word, then just like I'm complaining. And I hate it. In fact, a lot of what I've been going through recently is like I feel like my personality, like who I am, is being attacked. For a good reason, but like I am being challenged more than I ever have on so many things. Maybe not on so many things, but on a lot different scale than I've ever experienced in my life. It's not that I haven't faced like a huge level of challenge far greater than this before. I mean, there's been harder things than this, but I've never had, like, with this practice, it's made me feel like I'm a loser. It's made me feel like I've cultivated a life of being a loser, and I've been a loser this entire time. And now I'm being challenged to not be a loser, and it hurts so bad because I am still a loser. In every way, shape, and form. Like, genuinely, I am. I'm not gonna lie about any sort of stuff like that. I'm a loser, bro. Like, even though a lot of stuff goes my way, day 44 on retention, I mean, it's a good feat. But the fact that I couldn't even get past a few days for such a long time, it's honestly disgusting to think about. And that's not to degrade anyone out there who may be going through the same thing. But for myself, I'm so hard on myself that it's just painful. I guess a big PSA is like, well, here's another thought process I have. Even in all this rough, terrible feeling, I know it's going to be okay. That's why I'm still doing this. That's why anyone still does this. I'm sure there's guys out there who have gone through what I've gone through, but it was so beneficial that they just looked at it all as positive. You know what I'm saying? So they may not talk about it the same way, but me, since I'm in it, and I personally have gone through so much to make me be challenged this way that I've never been challenged before, I feel pain because of this. I mean, even some of the things that I'm saying right now, just say, like, my mind's telling me, like, you're a wuss. Like, this shouldn't be that hard, but it is. I guess, and it's weird because sometimes I used to think about retention like this. What you're mainly battling is just the temptation to relapse. And the fact is, no, I'm not battling that temptation. Hardly ever. I mean, I was battling it a lot at the beginning, and I'll probably battle it again. And every now and then, the thought pops into my mind of going back to my old ways, but I don't do it because I know the benefits, and I know what happens when you go back. And I've drilled that, and I'm going to continue to drill it. because I can't afford to go back. I want to stay on this path. But I also just want to feel good. And it feels like doing this practice is a result of feeling this pain and feeling this destruction. Maybe not destruction, but feeling this pain, this discomfort overall. And women, man, they're not everything. Like, if you've never been on a long streak before and you're still focusing on trying to see the benefits, realize this. The benefits are worth doing this practice for. So much so that you are going to have your own specific benefits that are far better than anyone else's experience with this practice. You are going to have benefits that are so tailored to you that nobody's going to be able to share in the abundance of joy that you are going to have. The joy and the beauty of this practice of stepping away from your sexual desire is far greater a joy than anything. It's complete, total sacrifice of your purpose to the higher power, saying that I was put here for a reason and I will follow it. And there is absolutely nothing that is going to take me down. I will go hundreds of days. In this case, I've gone 44 days. I will go 44 days, and I will go more. But it is hard, man. It's actually hard. If you are out there struggling with this practice, maybe you aren't on 44 days, maybe you're on 20 days, maybe you're on less than 20 days. Heed my words, like genuinely. Realize that what this is real. Like, everyone may not be going through what you're going through, but there is beauty in this practice that is far, like I'm telling you, 40, even at 40 days, there's been so much in my life that has changed that I cannot believe I did not know about before. Genuinely. I wish every man I've ever known, ever, could be on this. Genuinely. That is why I make these videos. I do not make these videos to clickbait, and I feel like some of my older videos may have gone into that direction, but I do not. Like, I genuinely think that if there is any dude out there suffering from, you name it, addiction, depression, loneliness, can't find a woman, can't find purpose, you have to be on this practice. It will take everything and put it in your hands. For it is yours to the taking. It is yours for the taking. You aren't the captain of the ship, but you are definitely sailing life like a captain. And that is for damn sure. That is for damn sure. You are sailing life like a captain, and everyone has to be in that position. They have to be. There's a part of me that wants to be selfish and say, like, you shouldn't talk about this stuff. And I don't in my regular life. But on here, I have to talk about it. If I don't have an outlet, then what am I to say? Just let guys out there, let this information sit inside my body and keep it here so that it does nothing? I'm not going to ever do that. People must know. But if you're struggling with this practice, man, it is part of it, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's part of it. It's not going to get better. Well, I mean, it could get better, and it will get better. The struggle will get better. But you won't ever not have struggles that are really hard. You're just going to get better at dealing with them, and you're going to get more contextual information and understanding about them that you can deal with them. There's just some things you can't deal with at times, and that's just going to suck. But as time goes on, you're going to be able to figure out a little bit more and a little bit more, and then you're going to have more control, and then eventually you have control over it. But right now, dude, I have hit a huge flatline. And I don't want to call it a flatline. It's just an emotional response to all this discomfort. And there's a lot that you can do to get through that. I mean, if you're struggling, I mean, the biggest things, man, meditation and working out. Meditation and working out. You got to get that energy moving, and you got to let those emotions be processed. You got to calm that nervous system down. And the way you can do that is through meditation and working out. Get away from the substances. Get away from the comforting substances in life. Run like hell away from them. They ain't for you, man. They are not for you. They provide zero. Genuinely. I wish I could say that they provided anything. They provide zero. Because there's so many people out there who are moderate with things or also, good with certain things. They provide zero. Nothing. They provide nothing for life. They take, and it's your own decision that makes it happen. So they take your judgment. And because of that, I mean, we're stuck with the situations that happen following or during being in those substances. But meditating and working out, man, it's the only way. My only saving grace throughout this entire rough patch has been meditation and prayer. I relish the time that I get to spend in complete silence. I relish the time that I get to speak to God with a true, genuine, burning desire in my heart that I'm telling you, dude, I've never had ever in my life. I've never had that. Maybe in some moments when I was a kid, dude, but never in my life have I had that. And on this practice, dude, I feel so close to God. I feel like He's there with me through everything, man. Like, I feel like everything has so much meaning. I feel like there's so much meaning to life, and that there is someone there for me through it all. There's so much weight to what is happening, and I get to participate in it. I finally get to go back to that meaning that I once lost, that life used to have. I finally get to participate in the meaning again. It's shocking, dude. No one has ever even remotely mentioned this practice to me. I had to find it on my own. No one told me the benefits it could cause. No one told me the destruction that I was doing. And now here I am. And it's all coming full circle. Everything makes sense when you think about it in context of retention and spirituality and prayer and meditation and the teachings of ancient philosophers and Stoics and the teachings in the Bible. When you analyze and you sit in retention with these things on your mind and in your understanding, it makes sense. There's no other way. There's no other way you could properly discern spiritual texts like that. But regardless, if you're struggling out there with this practice, genuinely, I'm telling you, man, I'm struggling too. I don't know how much better it's going to get, but I know it's going to get better. There's going to be people out there that tell you that you have to relapse for it to get better. They're wrong. They're wrong. Don't relapse. It's not for you. It's not worth it. It has no weight. It has no meaning. If it has no meaning, it has nothing. Nothing. And there is no meaning in relapsing. Your essence, your seed is meant for life procreation, period. Point blank. That's what it's meant for. Do not get it twisted, man. It is meant for a purpose far greater than yourself. Listen, bro, you don't matter at all. You do not matter at all. Quit this loving yourself bullshit. You don't matter at all. No one will tell you that. But you don't matter at all. In fact, you matter so little that your entire life was built for a purpose to be outside of yourself. And in that way, you matter. In fact, we only matter in that way. We only matter in that way. Life is given to us in that way. Not in any other way. Not in being selfish, not in engaging in sin, not engaging in lust. No, we only matter in the ways of being outside ourselves for a particular purpose, and that particular purpose is to procreate life and create the beauty of this planet for others, period. There's nothing else. Nothing else. That love you feel in your heart, that's the only thing that you need to follow, genuinely. With proper discernment, through retention, the mind will get a little bit better, but it will never be able to fully tell you the real story. The love, the heart, that has to be the sole guide. And if you're struggling, man, you better keep listening to it. Turn off the phone, turn off the laptop, sit in silence. What do you want? Do not listen to anybody. You know what you want in your heart. And that is to keep, when I do that, that's always to keep on the path. Always. Because I know where it ends up. It ends up at greatness. It ends up at success. It ends up in the beauty of my life. It ends up in the melancholy aspects of my experience. It ends up in everything that I need. Do not give up, man. I'm not going to give up. I'll be right there with you, man. There's nothing like this that I've ever experienced in my entire life. I'm not shitting you, dude. There is so much here right now that I've never been able to see. And now that I do, I will never be able to unsee it. I am changed.